Welcome in. Taking a break from Marvel Rivals, grinding Marvel Rivals. Taking a long break. I'm actually yeah, because it's like a bunch of stuff that's going on. So I'm taking a big break from that for a little while, and maybe I'll play like once a day. I don't know, a few times a day. I don't want to like mess it up already and be like, uh, I don't know. I'm at the point where I just like I don't want to play anymore because the ranking system is all screwed
Mm.
up and all crazy and mixed up. But here we are. Welcome in, Leanna. Hi, how you doing? Uh, um, yeah. Damn. What was that?
Oh God.
I don't know.
Hi, my
Anyway.
nephew.
Oh, your nephew. I'm okay. I'm good. We're here. We're recording already. We're ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm exhausted from the weekend. It's like it always happens though. Every year around this time. Now it's gonna be every year twice. Um, yeah. Welcome back to the My Third Place podcast. Uh, like I said, it's been an exhausting week. WrestleMania 41 happened. We're done with it. It's locked away in the safe. We're done. We watched the entire. I watched the entire two of show episodes again. Man, such a pain in the ass to do that. But still, it was fun. It was fun to go back and check out the Easter eggs on Easter Sunday.
Mm.
Hunt for eggs on Easter Sunday, and I did that. Joining me on this incredible WrestleMania 41 recap, shit you might have missed stuff is our adorable friend Menace. Welcome back, Menace. You always you,
Hi.
you always do these episodes with me. I love it.
Yeah, I love doing it. It's so much fun.
It
So much
truly,
fun.
truly, truly
Kind
is.
of get your mind off of things that are happening.
For
Just gives you
sure.
something fun to do.
Exactly, for sure. We definitely fun. Um, where do we start? Where do we start? Should we start at SmackDown? I was like, I don't even know. No, no, no. Hall of Fame.
Yeah, we're supposed to do Hall of Fame because we didn't talk about it
We didn't talk about it. That's
during
true.
night one. So
For night one, uh, not even night one, pre night one. It was Friday night.
yeah,
W Hall of Fame. Uh, who went in? Lex Luger, Diamond Dallas
Michelle
Page,
McCool.
inducted him in.
Hmm.
Michelle McCool inducted by the Undertaker, of course. Who had a lot of things to say about his wife, of course.
Hmm.
If it wasn't for her, for Michelle McCool, if it wasn't for Michelle McCool, we wouldn't have a women's division that we have today.
I can't really speak on her because I wasn't watching when she was when she was
Playing
wrestling.
wrestling, yeah. She
So
was a time when the women's division was 20 what was it 2016, 2017, 2018. It was no, not 2018, around 20, around there, like around that time.
okay.
mm, I wouldn't say all that. I would say more
Mhm.
like Haley Red. I would say more
Well,
like
would you say it was more serious, like taken seriously
it was
when she
her.
was in it?
Well, I mean, there was the whole making fun of Mickey James for being chubby
Oh, okay.
situation, Piggy James, and or like, does that really need to happen? Why? Like, why make fun of people like that?
Yeah, I body shame.
Body
But
shaming.
I saw a like a small clip of an interview that she did, and she was talking about to Piggy James, and I guess Mickey James was okay with it. She gave her the go ahead. So it was kind of in bad taste, but not really because she got permission.
Yeah,
She said it
yeah.
was okay. So I guess
Like,
that's okay. But
yeah, she was okay with it, but we weren't okay with it.
okay,
Like, okay, you're going too far, bro. I know she's okay with it, but what about us
yeah,
who feel like,
hmm
we relate to a person? Not
yeah,
me, the other people. They're like, we relate to a person
sure,
because of what she is, and you're calling Piggy James now. It's like, you know what? You're allowing other people to bully other people now.
hmm
And there it was. It was she was a totally good wrestler at the time.
okay,
We needed more divas. We needed more more in
mm,
the women's division. But I wouldn't say that she was the reason. Like that, maybe it's like let's hype. I'm gonna hype up my wife. If it wasn't for her, none of
yeah,
y'all sitting here would be here.
yeah,
You
exactly,
know, it was like, and there were a couple like of people like Bianca Belair was just like standing there like, I don't think that's true.
yeah,
No, like okay. Um, who else? There was the natural disasters
hmm
induction. What's his face? Typhoon. Typhoon was that his name?
yeah,
Typhoon and his wife
yeah,
or son came, and then you have Earthquake's entire family coming in, and I'm like,
yeah,
going to McDonald's and having your whole family in line while one person is the one that's gonna pay for it and order
right.
it, versus me standing behind all of these people. Like, why are you like taking up all the space?
Why don't you just write it down?
Why don't you just write it down? Remember it. Hey, honey, what do you want to eat? Let me get this, 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 this. What do you guys want? I was like, yeah, cheeseburgers. I was like, all right, let me get 10 cheeseburgers, make those meals combos. Let me get two doubles and then a chicken nuggets in there. Meanwhile, other dude's still ordering for his family, and I'm just like, see how easy this was. One
Yeah.
speech, one person talks, everybody just sit
hmm
down, okay? I
hmm
understand, like, you want your whole family present, but still, one of you come up. No, no disrespect to Earthquake, of course, but hey,
Yeah.
family, y'all need to chill, man. um, who else was inducted besides
It
Triple H, of course?
was the um, the match between
The immortal,
uh
immortal
yeah, the
moment of the
immortal match.
year,
Yes.
immortal moment.
Moment. Yeah.
Bret Hart
Bret
versus
Hart and
Stone Cold Steve
Stone Cold.
Austin. Stone Cold thanked everybody, including Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Like as soon as that happened, everybody's all like gasped. It. You could hear the gasp. Like, oh,
Yeah.
he mentioned him. Yeah, of course he mentioned him. Triple H gave everybody the okay. He planted some seeds here and there. He said that's what he did. And
Yeah.
then in his speech, Triple H, well, before that, Shawn Michaels walked out saying like, you know what? I have to be up the next day at 5 in the morning
Yeah. He's
to
like, do we
do
stuff?
NXT Tandem Deliver. So hurry up, okay? Hurry the hell up. And we're thinking, oh, cool. Like he's gonna take pity and just talk for like 15 minutes. No, Triple H came up there and did a whole podcast by himself, talking
I
about an
know.
hour and 7 minutes, talking about the entire, from start to finish, his entire career, a
hmm
whole show, and then he tells Vince McMahon that he loves him, and everybody's all like, "Oh, he said his name." It's like, yes, he did. He's not going to say his name? That's
Yeah.
his
It's his
father-in-law.
father-in-law.
Yeah,
Yeah. So whether we like it or not, he's
yeah,
still
it's
tied to the family.
still going to happen.
hmm
But it was a fun night. Um, I live streamed the entire thing. Obviously, I was on live. We sat there watching the entire thing, and I sat there watching Triple H for like an hour and a half discuss his whole thing, and I'm like,
So nice shot of your shirt.
thank you. Yeah, hey, WrestleMania shirt. There you go, the WrestleMania shirt, and there you. That better? All right.
Yeah. Well, it's just your whole face. All you could see was the bottom of your beard and your shirt.
Um,
Please keep
but
moving.
yeah, everything was awesome that night, and it might have taken like 4 hours, but still, it was like what we thought was like Michelle McCool taking forever was really just her like being up there for a few minutes. Meanwhile, Triple H is the one that's up there forever, and we're just like, okay, yes, sir, all right, great.
Yeah. I will admit that I like almost dropped my phone on my face because I started falling asleep.
I know, and I'm sitting here like the entire
I'm like,
time, like an hour,
oh.
like 5 minutes into it, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be great, hey, and I'm like welcoming in everybody in the stream, like
Mhm.
saying hi, everything, and we're watching this the Hall of Fame. 20 minutes later, I'm just like, okay, hand on my chin because I'm about
Mhm.
to fall asleep. 30 minutes later, like this man's still talking.
Yeah.
Well, just when you think it's over, no,
Still
he's
talking.
still talking. He's still there, and I'm just like, you know what? If you had a podcast, I'd totally listen to it.
Yeah.
Uh, like by yourself, just talk for an hour. But if he had a guest, I'm sure he would have more than an hour.
Sure.
And I just kept thinking like this dude's gonna talk forever. And not only that, he has two other shows to go through for a press conference, and he's still gonna talk forever also.
Mhm.
So even those two, it's like I had to add how long it took. It was like 45 minutes for the first one, 45 minutes for the second one. Bro, you were just in there for like 2.5 hours talking, man.
Yeah.
It was like
Crazy.
but it was fun. It was fun. It was fun. Um, that was a great Hall of Fame though. It wasn't that bad. And like
Yeah.
the Bret Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin speech, I just kept thinking, hope nobody shows up and jumps Bret Hart again.
Yeah.
We don't want that to happen.
We didn't get any what?
No, I'm glad we didn't. I was like, I was so done with those. Uh, what else? What else happened?
Um,
The next day, WWE acquires AAA Lucha Libre.
mhm.
Um, a few days later, Alberto Del Rio gets released.
Wasn't he in WWE?
Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
but he's also a bad man, and like
Oh, okay.
he dated Charlotte Flair. He almost got married to her. He dated Paige. They almost got
Right, right. I
married.
remember seeing that on was it Divas?
Man has the Riz. I don't know how, but he has the Riz, and like he can get any of these girls to be like, "No, Dad, I love him." I'm like, "No, what the hell?"
He just has the it factor, I guess.
He does. Night one. Let's just go with night one. Yes.
Okay. Do
Um.
it.
All right. So night one. Uh, WrestleMania 41 emanated from the Elysian Stadium in Paradise, Nevada. Night one got 57,037 uh people on there. Night two got 60,343 people at a combined of 117,380. You know that's bullshit. We know that's a lie. We all know that's a lie. Like I saw the start of the show and there was some empty seats there. There was some tarp covering the seats. There was
Yeah.
there
Well,
could have been
that
around that area, but
well,
not.
those are probably more accurate because that stadium, I believe, holds like 75,000 people.
Yeah,
So them having tarps over some seats, that's why they were sold out.
yeah, we're
You know,
sold
because
out.
they
Like
didn't
what? That
have.
tarp over there? That's nothing.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Well, to the shows that I've been to, I've got upgraded seats one time because I guess they wanted to make it to look like there was more people.
Oh yeah,
So I was like, okay, I'll take these upgraded seats. They were more cushiony and everything. So
for real.
like, ooh, look at this.
Look at this. Viewership was also up for the premium live event at WrestleMania 41. It saw a 114% increase over the record set at WrestleMania 40 last year. WWE's partnership with Fanatics also provided a massive bump in merchandise sales on site, with an increase of more than 45% versus the previous all-time event record set by WrestleMania 40 in 2024, making WrestleMania 41 the highest grossing event of all time. Fanatics was also the driving force behind WWE World, a 5-day interactive fan experience which drew more than 50,000 attendees, a 21% increase over the last year's WrestleMania 40. I mean,
Hmm.
um, I didn't hear anything about WWE World. I didn't see any videos this year.
No.
No. Well, last year I did. It was like a bunch of rock stuff because
Yeah.
it was like I don't know for this year it felt different than last year's for some reason.
I think I mean, they hyped it up so much, last year.
Yeah, it did.
They hyped this one up because it was in Vegas,
Right.
but that's probably why it felt different. Because I know
Yeah.
last year, it was in, LA, so it was, Hollywood, so it had a different feel to it.
Different vibe,
But
different feel. WrestleMania 41 also became the most socially viewed WWE event of all time, with 1.1 billion social views throughout the weekend, and WWE's YouTube channel having its most viewed ever Sunday. All these increases are due in large part to WWE being acquired by Endeavor in April 2023 and merged with the UFC into TKO Group Holdings in September 2023. Under the merger, WWE and UFC remain separate divisions, which entered a new era for the promotion that was held once led by Vince McMahon. So it's all on them now. Red wanted to see you, Menace.
come to YouTube, see me.
Come to YouTube. She says, come see her on YouTube. Yeah,
Just
she
real
is here.
quick.
She said she's on YouTube. She's on YouTube. She's watching on YouTube.
Okay. Awesome.
I can like my own live. Great on
Hi,
YouTube.
Red.
Okay, the show. Triple H opens the show to announce Las Vegas being seen by the entire globe. Everybody goes crazy.
Hmm.
First match of the night. Jay Uso defeated Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship at 16 minutes and 30 seconds.
It seems so much longer than 16 minutes, but
It felt so much longer than that. It truly did. Uso went to the top rope, but Gunther tossed him down and performed a drop kick and a powerbomb for a near fall. Uso countered a powerbomb and performed an Uso splash on Gunther for a near fall. Gunther grabbed the title and left, but struck Uso with it when Uso attempted a suicide dive. Gunther then followed up with a top rope splash for a near fall. Gunther attempted another powerbomb, but Uso countered and performed his own powerbomb. Uso followed up with the three Uso splashes and applied a sleeper hold on Gunther to win the title. What followed was an emotional moment when Jay and Jimmy Uso hugged each other.
hmm
Um, that whole 4 seconds into that hold is
hmm
what like got me to thinking like, okay, no, I didn't like this match at all.
hmm
You just lost it. You're like this NXT. Was he the NXT champion or was Intercontinental champion for 666 days,
yeah.
and you're
But
losing
he
it?
also had a long reign with
The NXT
the
belt,
NXT belt. Yeah. Oh,
and here is all like, okay, all right. Jay Uso the next night at the Raw after Mania, not the next night, Monday, Raw after Mania. Jay Uso was congratulated for winning the World Heavyweight Championship by returning Sami Zayn, as well as his brother Jimmy Uso. Sami Zayn showed up behind him. I thought, I was like, no, please don't do
yeah.
it. Please don't
Yeah.
attack him. We already had so many turns that few that weekend. We don't
I
want another one.
know.
We don't want another one. Meanwhile, Gunther took out his frustration of losing the World Heavyweight Championship on the Raw commentary team of Michael Cole and Pat McAfee, putting McAfee in a chokehold and incapacitating him. Um, Back on Saturday night at the press conference, you could tell Jay Uso was already celebrating because he
Yeah, I
kept
know.
yeet,
Yeah.
yeet,
It was
yeet.
fire. It was this. Is that? Yeah.
He had fun though.
Oh
I can't
man.
blame him.
Yeah. I
Uh,
mean, and you figure it was what 4 hours later, so he should have been. okay, but depending on when he started, the
Right.
celebration.
Exactly. What'd you think of this match?
I liked it a lot. I didn't like the last part. I didn't like the tap out.
Yeah, that's to be fair.
But I think it was a really good match. They didn't, it wasn't like one dominated more than the other.
Right.
They both did pretty good. Those near falls were like, ah, I was like, oh, and I was like, please, I just want to see Jay win. I just want to see Jay win. I just hope this reign lasts a while. I don't like this whole,
1 month ring.
1 month reign, yeah, or 1 day reign. So
He has it. It's Wednesday, so
I
he's had
know,
it more than a few days now.
yeah. So that's good. Give him
Next,
time with it. You
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah. Like I enjoyed it. I think it was like around 12, 13 slaps to the chest where I was just like, okay. I stopped counting. I didn't want to like
yeah.
count anymore. This poor guy. Um, Jey Uso, him and his 5 moves of doom. That's what he said. It's like 5 or 6 moves of doom. And it's like
Mhm.
every new character, every new champion that we end up liking ends up getting 5 moves now. And it's like
Yeah,
super kick, spear,
yeah,
yeet, yeet. Yeah.
yeah.
So his reign better last more than Kofi Kingston. Is all I'm saying.
How
It
long
better
was
be as good,
Kofi's?
huh?
How long
I
was Kofi's?
I think from WrestleMania till like November
Oh, okay, so
or September
about
around there,
7, maybe
around
six,
seven,
seven
eight
months.
months. Yeah,
Hmm.
because then they went to Fox and it's like, oh, never mind.
Oh, okay.
Brock Lesnar. Uh, the next match. Speaking of Kofi Kingston, the New Day versus the War Raiders for the WWE World Tag Team Championships. 9 minutes and 15 seconds. It was understandably good. It was good.
Yeah.
Um, Kingston performed Trouble in Paradise on Eric. I haven't seen that move in a while. Ivar performed a Doomsday Moonsault on Woods, but Kingston broke up the pin. In the end, Kingston and Woods pinned Ivar following the Midnight Hour to win the title, marking the team's first win at WrestleMania and becoming. I keep hearing like different things 12 time or 13 time or 14 time.
I heard 12,
I
so
heard 12 also, and then I hear somewhere else it was 13. And
okay.
I'm just like, all right, let me go listen to it for again. That's 12.
Okay. Is it
This
12?
further
Okay.
cements their records as a tag team with the most reigns in WWE
Oh,
history.
okay.
Uh, Ivar and Eric were dressed as Pekka and Barbarian King as part of a tie-in with Clash of Clans.
Mhm.
Not bad. The New Day wearing gear inspired by Giant Gonzalez from WrestleMania 9. The fur, the fur
Uh-huh.
on their shoulders and all that stuff.
Yeah. Hmm.
The gear maker for the New Day, Jonathan Davenport, responded to a member of the WWE Universe on social media asking what Kingston and Wood's entrance gear the image on their back was referencing, tweeting out, "You mean the three-headed unicorn with one head having withered away?" Exactly.
Rude. Well,
Davin-
is
Davenport,
there a new like symbol, like a unicorn skull?
uh, the unicorn is always their symbol. Like they're a
Well, I know,
unicorn,
but like it looks more now like a skeleton, like a skull.
a skull, yeah, because
So
it's withered away.
oh, is that what
The
it is?
new day, it's like New Day is
The
dead.
new day. Okay, whatever.
JC's in the chat. She says hello.
Hi, JC.
Hi, JC.
She can't see me, but
She can't see you. Davenport is the New Day's artist and also co-created our Heroes Rock with Big E. Raw after Mania, New World Tag Team Champions, the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods were challenged by Alpha Academy, Akira Tozawa and Otis, but the match never happened as a returning Rusev
mm,
attacked both men. Rusev is back. Oh wait, I'm sorry. It is the best night of WWE because we are back to saying Happy Rusev Day.
Oh, okay.
And yes, you must say Rusev. Yes, that way
Rusev.
in
Oh,
Russian. Russian
understood.
Rusev. Hopefully Lana comes back as well, or TJ Perry. Doesn't matter what her name is.
Yeah.
Just
So
yeah.
I saw this news on Threads. They said that Rusev signed a contract and she signed a Legends contract. So I don't know if that just means she's going to show up when she wants to, kind of thing. But she's not.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
I don't know what that means either.
Somebody in the comments was like, "She's hardly a legend," but I was
Right. It's like I didn't want to say that, but still, like I don't know what I don't know what that means. She's a manager. Possibly that's what they're calling the managers, the Legends contract.
I have no idea. I don't know. We'll
Okay.
see.
Oh yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
Next match is just straight up fighting. Jade Cargill beat Naomi at 9 minutes and 20 seconds. Um, I have notes.
Okay. Let's hear your notes.
Jade's entrance.
Uh huh.
I got the whole
The
thing.
weather
The
report.
weather report. I love that.
I
I
did
love the
too.
weather report. Um, when Jade came out and they got a snow machine,
Uh huh.
one snow machine. They couldn't put another snow machine on the other side so it could be like rah, you know.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
one little foggy snow machine, or you're a billion-dollar company. You couldn't buy a bigger one.
Well, we'll talk about that in a little bit. I
Okay.
probably where the budget went.
JC, hold on, give me a minute. Let me send it to you real quick. I'm gonna send her the invite over. All right, I sent it to her. Okay. Um, Jade comes out. Storm. She looked like Storm. She looked
Yeah.
like she could be a storm.
Yeah.
She's weathering the storm. The lightning bolts on her gear is so awesome. During the match, Cargill caught Naomi midair and performed a power slam for a near fall. Cargill Jade scaled the ropes. Naomi performed a running bulldog and followed up with a split-legged moonsault for a near fall. Naomi applied a submission hold on Jade, who made it for her feet and pinned Naomi following a power bomb. And Jade did to win the match. That pole picking up electric chair
Hmm.
into a power bomb
Yeah.
felt so wicked. I loved it.
I just think it shows like
How
no
strong
matter
she
what they
is.
say, yeah, how strong she is.
Yes,
Because yeah, she just was like effortlessly. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, don't want to mess with her.
exactly. During the whole match, I just kept saying, "Why is her backbone sticking out?" Jade,
Uh-huh.
is her bodysuit bunching up?
Is it? Is that what it was?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm like, why are her
So it's
bone?
like I didn't think she was that lean,
Why are
that you would be able to see her.
exactly why are her back muscles showing like that? Like, oh, she's wearing a whole bodysuit underneath, and like you can't see anything. So like just in case, like
Uh-huh.
something would pop out, like
Oh,
Naomi
okay.
would. But like for hers, like freaking, it's all in. So Jade was
Mhm.
like, "Nah, I'm putting this on." Like I know what I'm doing. I know my body
No wardrobe malfunctions here. So,
exactly. Not like over there.
yeah.
Um, what do you think of this match?
You know what? I liked it. I think it was a really good match. It just shows how far Jade has come. You know,
Yeah.
even though her match was under 10 minutes, it's still I see less botches on
Now.
Jade's part
Com-
than when she first came.
right.
So I think
Now it's been
she's gotten, even though she was gone for a while, she's looking better as a wrestler every time she wrestles.
Yes,
Um,
that's what I thought too. I
yeah.
love it. Next
Plus, I
match
mean, I like her anyway, so
was that?
I said I like her anyway.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's pretty awesome.
Hmm.
Um, I hope I get now that she's back full time. I hope we get to see her more.
Yeah, me too.
And this whole weather
Yeah.
references, more superhero outfits. Great, go
Uh-huh.
for it. I fucking love it.
I think one of my favorite outfits of hers when she was in AEW was she dressed like Chitara,
Oh
and it was
goodness,
awesome.
I lost my mind.
Yeah, I was
Like,
like, oh,
not only that, she dressed as She-Hulk
yeah,
with the green, and then
uh huh,
Chitara, and then I'm just like, what else can she do? Keep doing what you're doing,
yeah,
girl. And that's what got my attention. I was like, hell yeah, go! Like you're like
yeah.
cosplaying all these stuff. Let's go.
Hmm.
And then over here, it's now like, oh, Storm,
The
the,
storm,
the Storm.
yeah.
Next match, Jacob Fatu defeated LA Knight for the U.S. title at 10 minutes and 40 seconds. Jacob Fatu came out with a unique Samoan werewolf mask created by Bray Wyatt's
Hmm.
best friend, Jason Baker, a horror effects
Oh,
legend.
okay.
Baker has collaborated with WWE several times to create striking masks and effects for some of the company's top stars. Some of Baker's works include The Fiend, Uncle Howdy, Cody Rhodes' skull mask, and the mask worn by Rhea Ripley following her orbital bone fracture. Outside of wrestling, he has worked with major horror movie projects, including Terrifier franchise, and has been working with the metal band Slipknot.
Mm.
So LA Knight came out in the car.
Yeah, that was awesome. It's like,
Was
oh,
it?
Mr. Richie Rich.
Was it awesome? Okay. I guess.
I thought it was. I thought it
Okay.
was.
All right.
Just because it was something creative for him, because normally he just comes out, as
Yeah.
himself,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
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 So I was like, you know what? I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty awesome.
So Fatu dominated most of the match. In the climax, Knight countered a double jump top rope moonsault and performed a BFT for a near fall. Fatu then performed a top rope Samoan drop and two double jump top rope moonsaults to win the title. This man moves like he's a freaking X Division.
I know.
Like he's in the freaking X Division
Uh,
in
Imagine seeing it
TNA.
live.
You saw it live?
Yeah,
Wow. Okay. Yeah, you
yeah.
did
I
see him
saw
live.
him. Yeah, and it was so funny because you know, well, it was this solo versus LA Knight, and or no, was it? I think it was a tag team match. That's what it was. It was a tag team match.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? Somebody went off. Tama Tonga took off. Who was it? Oh, was it Randy? I think it was Randy. And then I was like, you know what? Where's Jacob? Where's Jacob? And he actually came from the other side of the ring. So I was on this side, so he came from this side.
Nice.
So I was like, so I didn't see him, but I knew I didn't see him because I always look in the crowd, because I was up higher, so you could see what's going on in the crowd. I was like, I didn't see him. I'm like, he's got to be under the apron. And when I saw it on TV, he was, you
So
know,
you're saying that he came out from
um,
under
under
the
the
apron?
apron. Sure did. Yeah. Where's my shirt?
Where's my
And
hoodie? Like,
we're ready. Yeah. And I was like, I knew he was coming. And just to see him perform that, I was like, that is crazy. Like you said, he moves like nobody's business.
right.
For
I'm
as big as he
so
is, he's
impressed.
so agile.
He is. Like I'm
I'm like,
so he's
and the
one of my
crowd's like,
favorite
one
wrestlers.
more time, one
Right?
more time. So he's like, whoop, whoop. Like,
Man's crazy.
he is.
What do you think of the match?
I thought it was good. And I think Jacob deserves it.
Yeah,
You know,
10 minutes short.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like okay.
And I liked that there was no interference. you just saw LA Knight and Jacob Fatu. No interference from nobody else. So I'm like, that's what we need. I
Right.
mean, I know that, Solo came out with them and then went, he only went to the entrance. He didn't go all the way down.
And
So
then Mang came out right after.
yeah,
After he like jumped the barricade, congratulated his son.
yeah,
Um, Also, I just love saying Mang because IWZ was gonna get pissed off about this. It's Haku.
yeah, exactly.
It's Mang.
Yeah,
It's Mang. It's the faces. The faces of Doom. No, it's the Dungeon of Doom from WCW. Come on, it's like yeah, you know him as Haku from back in the night. I know him
yeah,
better as Mang.
yeah. Okay.
Um, but I love that he came out to just congratulate him. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I love this match. More matches of just him moonsaulting people out of nowhere. That'd be
yeah,
great. Next match, I think it just whatever. El Grande Americano defeated Ray Phoenix. 7 minutes and 55 seconds. I hate it. I wish it was Eddie Guerrero, not Eddie. I'm sorry, Rey Mysterio. I wish it was Rey Mysterio who was facing him, but Ray Phoenix as a last minute substitute
yeah,
for an injured Ray. It's like okay, it's fine. During the match, Americano performed a top rope moonsault, senton for a near fall. Americano slid a metal plate into his mask and later performed a headbutt on Phoenix in midair. Americano then performed a top rope headbutt to win the match. Um, hey, Danny, welcome in. The whole thing with Phoenix kicking him in the face and then him selling that move,
right.
like,
Mm,
oh, damn. I was like, did he just sprain his ankle? No, he hit him. He kicked him
yeah,
in the head where
yeah,
that plate was and all that. So that's why. That's why he's injured. Okay.
yeah,
Um, Chad Gable winning this match. It's like, all right, fine. Grande Americano. Okay. Um, the whole video package that he got, I was like, can I fast forward this? I fast forwarded a second time around watching. I was like, nah, I don't need to watch this. Whatever happens, if I miss an Easter egg, fine. I don't care. I, it is so over the top. Um, but it was fast paced. It was moving. It was fast. 7 minutes 55 seconds. Right on the spot. All that stuff. Um, Looking at Penta's. I'll talk about it during Penta's. But Ray Phoenix, Titantron, and Penta's. It's like the same font.
yeah.
Penta, P and the A are the same. Phoenix, F and the X are like right there in the same
Uh-huh.
way. So it's like, oh, whoever did this saw the AEW stuff and thought, yes, this is gonna be good.
Yeah. Hmm. I wonder if
Uh,
they're going to tag team at all, or if they're just keep them as
and
single stars.
single for now,
Hmm.
and then hopefully they get the tag soon,
Yeah.
possibly around November season.
Mm.
Hi, Danny, how you doing? Leanna, welcome back. Next match. What time is it? What time is it? What time is it? It is. It's
Time.
Tiffy time. Yes, ma'am. Tiffany Stratton defeated Charlotte Flair for the WWE Women's Championship. 19 minutes and 5 seconds. 19 minutes.
Yeah.
Charlotte came out on the back passenger side of a Rolls Royce. Same color scheme as Tiffy,
Hmm.
so they were both doing the same thing. Tiffany Stratton, like I'll mention this. Okay, let me mention this right now. At the press conference, Tiffany Stratton revealed that it was her dream to come out with an awesome entrance as she pitched as a buff Barbie with the dream house in the background. She wasn't able to get in on NXT, obviously, and she still wanted it. So Triple H came to her and asked her about this idea she had, and this was it: buff Barbie, fighting Barbie, and of course Pat McAfee. Oh, it's her in the middle.
It was all her.
It was
She
her in
just
the middle.
no.
Oh, she's in the middle. It's like,
Yeah.
yes, she's in the middle. You, but, yeah, never mind. Um, During the match, Flair performed a sit-out powerbomb on Stratton for a near fall. Flair applied the figure four leg lock, but Stratton escaped.
Mm,
Stratton attempted the prettiest moonsault ever, but Flair counter rolled up Stratton for a near fall. Flair performed a top rope natural selection for a near fall. In the end, Stratton countered a spear from Flair, performed a rolling senton, and the prettiest moonsault ever to retain the title. This was the only match on the card where I just felt nervous watching it
yeah.
because I knew that if Charlotte would have won, she'd be insufferable for the rest of her fucking career again. Like I
Yeah.
know the WC would be like her again. Oh my god! It's like yeah, you're
Mm,
right, but still, like it's so annoying.
yeah.
Um, I felt like she tried to sandbag her a couple of times, and Tiffany's like, "Nah, bitch, come on, we gotta go, we gotta go,
Yeah.
let's go." Um,
I like this one, and I was glad that Tiffany won.
Me too.
I think it was good that Charlotte didn't win.
Hmm.
You know, kind of, I guess you could say humbles her a little bit, but it just shows that even though you know she's very talented. Charlotte's a very good wrestler. She's talented. It's not her time right now.
Right.
Maybe at Money in the Bank, or let's see what else is there. Not Backlash because that's in 2 weeks. So no. you know,
Two
but I
weeks
think
already.
yeah. So I think let her do it. Either Money in the Bank or maybe SummerSlam. But
Maybe. Yeah.
let Tiffany keep it. You know,
Let her keep it forever.
you
I wouldn't mind. No, I don't want her to lose it. I
don't want her
want
to lose it.
I want her to keep it, and I want her to turn heel again.
Oh, okay.
Um, do you want to see this match ever again?
Uh,
These two fighting it out ever again? Because I don't.
mm,
I could go on
I
without
say
it.
go to the back of the line, Charlotte.
She's not going to
No, I know she's that.
because she is the line.
Yeah.
Oh my god, she annoys me. She
uh,
annoys me. Um, what else? Like she's she right, but still, like,
yeah.
can we just? There's two other belts now. There are
Yeah.
more than one belt.
That's right.
There's
Yeah.
three other. There's four other belts. Go for the tag team titles.
Yeah.
Find yourself someone that likes you.
Yeah.
There's the
There's
Intercontinental.
the there's the
There's the
Intercontinental.
U.S. There's the
Hmm.
other women's belt. Go to Smack. Go to Raw if you want to.
Yeah.
Go somewhere else. Don't go. Go hang out on those little sections. Go be another champion.
Or go to NXT. You could be NXT too. So, I mean, I know she's probably thinks she's too good for NXT, but
Stephanie Vaquer would kill her. Let's be honest.
she
There's
should. She would. Yeah.
Julia would like destroy her.
Yeah.
Um, Sol Ruka would definitely take her out because that's her again.
Yeah.
Like all the Charlotte looking girls. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're Tiffany, Charlotte, no, Charlotte, Tiffany, Sol, Nikita, whatever her name is,
Nikita Lion.
Nikita Lyons. Even though she doesn't look like her, but still.
Yeah. No.
So
All these girls that be flipping around.
right, like no,
Yeah.
we're good, we're good. I don't think she's ready for that.
No.
Um, Main event. Can we just skip the main event? Main
No.
event.
We cannot skip the main event.
Seth Rollins
'Cause if I
defeated.
have to suffer, you have to suffer.
Fine. Seth Rollins defeated Roman Reigns and CM Punk. 32 minutes and 55 seconds. Let's talk about the entrances.
Okay. So that's why I said that's where the budget went. to
that's
that
where the
flamethrower.
damn flamethrower that The
But it
Rock
was
used.
awesome.
If they don't want us to think that Seth and Rock are working the same, no, then you shouldn't have used the flamethrower. He's been
Yeah,
saying good for business. He's been
yeah,
dressing up like him. Now he has a flamethrower,
yeah,
just like The Rock had one. And I'm like, this is happening tonight, isn't it? This is gonna
yeah,
happen one day or another.
yeah,
He comes out with a garbage bag,
yeah. Uh huh.
friggin' Missy Elliott, can't
Yeah,
stop the rain
yeah,
type
yeah.
of feel.
Uh huh.
And I'm like, oh, here we go. Okay, fine. Um, Takes off his does the flamethrower thing up in the air, the
Yep.
little flames going up.
He
Um,
burned the hotel down.
oh my god, burn it down.
That's what it was. Yep.
Takes off his whole garbage bag and comes out with the
Uh
white
huh.
garbage bag.
Oh, I thought his outfit was awesome.
It was
I loved
it
it.
was a robe and everything. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Reigns came through with a pair of Air Jordan Concord 11 wrestling boots because that's all I kept looking at every time he was there. It's like you could
Yeah.
not stop looking at those white boots.
Yeah.
They stood out.
Yeah, they did.
20-second video, 22-second video clip posted by Complex Sneakers on X gave fans a clean shot at Concord 11 inspired boots as he was making his way to the ring. We saw the entirety of the Bloodline Anoa'i family
Yes.
members as video
I
footage from
loved
the
that.
rafters,
I
ranging
loved
from
it.
High Chief Meteor Mayabuya, Alpha, Sika, Yokozuna, and Rikishi were shown. I love that. It's like he paid
I loved it.
tribute to his ancestors.
And I loved the fact that they got a still shot of him when his dad was behind him. And
Hmm.
they lowered down the big, for lack of better words, the pictures,
Yeah,
that they had up in the air the whole time. They lowered them down as Roman was walking, and his dad was like right behind him. And I was like,
for sure,
that
for
was
real.
it was so touching.
It was.
It was. I was like, that, and it his entrance usually he has, I was like, where's the orchestra? Or the choir? But
Right.
I was like, you know what? I think that was the best entrance to
Notice
see all of his people.
notice there was no rock.
I did.
Good.
Yes. There was
A
everybody else.
a so
They could
everybody
have
else.
even showed the Usos, you know what I
I
mean?
know, it's fine. They were shown
But
fine.
no, it was. I thought it was one of the best entrances I saw.
After that, some old rock band decided to come out and
Yeah.
personally, in living color, came out to rock the house, called the personality, walking Punk out and taking a selfie with him.
Hmm.
Lead singer is taking a selfie with him. It's like, yeah, man, we did it. Like, hell
Yeah.
yeah. Um,
I will say that's pretty awesome.
for one night only, because it happened, Paul Heyman did the whole here, you can use my watch for his clobbering
Hmm.
time. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, I remember that. Punk wore the same yellow boots as when he did the pipe bomb. He hasn't worn those
Oh,
boots in a while. So
okay.
it's like it was an homage to the pipe bomb. Um, Even the whole gear is like there. Everybody's taking off their stuff. What's his face? Punk took off his hoodie, of course. Seth taking off his robe. The freaking dramatic cinema when Roman take off his ulafala and just
Uh huh.
holds it because he's looking
Yep.
around already taking off their stuff and he's like doing like this the entire time. He takes it off. Cut to Paul Heyman just standing there
He was
like,
like,
and
Roman
Roman
was like, "Mm,
Roman does this thing. It's like, nah, go away,
yeah.
go away.
Oh,
Put it right here. Don't come over here. Don't touch it. Go away. Don't come
yeah,
over.
exactly.
Don't be touching. You have CM Punk cooties now. Don't be touching my
That's
stuff.
right.
So he like puts it over there and just the entire night stares at him. Um, Meanwhile, Seth is so good at manipulating him. Like, let's beat him up. Let's do go.
Yeah.
Let's tag him. Let's tag against him. Come on, let's do it. Come on,
Uh,
come on. And Roman is just like, it just feels like a toxic relationship,
yeah.
and he
It's
just
like,
wants to get away from him, and
yeah.
he is just like, nah, remember when we used to do this, remember when we used to do that.
Uh-huh.
It's like bringing up the whole past, and he's all like trying to stay away from him, but he
Mhm.
is just like reminding him of like all the stuff that they used to do. Hey, remember when we used to do this and this to that?
Mhm.
It's like, let's go beat him up right now. Throughout
Yeah.
the entire match, like, hey, let's go do it. He's a cancer. Let's go. Come
He's
on,
like,
come
it's
on.
me and you,
Like it's
we got
supposed
it.
to be.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
me and you, like it's supposed to be.
yeah.
And so he's just there to remind him, um, this is what we used to do. This is what we should do now. Come on, me and you. Even after the whole thing that happened when at Survivor Series, when they were tagging with each other against Mox, and they're like, let's go beat up everybody else except for Mox. But at the end of it, they're like they help Mox and everything. It's
Oh
like,
yeah.
okay, let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Good night, JC. Have a great night. Thank you for stopping in.
Bye, JC.
Bye, JC. So here, just that's it right there. That's the whole relationship between Roman and Seth. That they're just like toxic to each other.
Yeah.
Um, so right here during the match, Punk performed the DDT on Reigns and Rollins at the same time. Um, Punk and Reigns countered the spear into GTS respectively, and Punk applied the Anaconda Bites on Reigns. Rollins broke it up with a Frog Splash. Reigns performed a spear on Punk, and Punk performed a GTS on Reigns for a near fall. Rollins performed a pedigree on Punk for a near fall. Reigns performed a spear on Rollins for a near fall. Punk applied the Anaconda Bites. Reigns applied the guillotine choke on Rollins, which I saw was going to go. Punk performed a stomp on Reigns and a GTS on Rollins for a near fall. With everyone knocked out, Heyman grabbed the steel chair and sent it to Punk. However, Heyman betrayed Punk with a low blow on Reigns, repeatedly striking Punk with the chair. Heyman then attacked Reigns with a low blow. Rollins then struck Reigns with the chair and pinned him, following the
Mhm.
stomp to win the match.
I told
Um,
you I hated
yeah,
it.
here's the thing with that. He kept hitting Punk because how dare you grab my wise man? He's my wise man. He
Right.
doesn't want you anymore. That's what you
Mhm.
get. Like he had a big ass laugh because he thought
Mhm.
his guy was there with him.
Mhm.
So like, let me take care of him, my wise man. Let me take care of him.
Yeah.
Like I'll do anything for you, wise man. Like his new relationship, and then he sees his old relationship over there, going
Yeah.
back to last year, where he struck the
Mhm.
chair at him,
Mhm.
and it just felt so good because he always remembers that one time when he got
Mhm.
stabbed in the back by Rollins,
Yeah.
and then Sami Zayn, and then everybody else who hit him in the back of the head or the chair.
Yeah.
So of course he's gonna trust Heyman, and it's like, look where he's at, look what he's doing,
Yeah.
get
Uh-huh.
him. It's like yes, one
Yeah.
more time, and
Mhm.
like this is for all the chaos, all the toxicity you bring to me, you bring to my life. I hate you. And then he goes to swing, and then here comes Heyman with a low blow. Not only a low blow,
Yeah. Exactly. We're like,
the
really?
the shake with that low blow, the shake like get in there. Like that felt personal.
Yeah, I know.
That felt personal.
And I was like, but you know what? I mean, I didn't. I never thought that Paul Heyman would betray
Right.
Roman Reigns,
Nobody thought that.
but I did notice, you know, he just kept looking like waiting for the right moment, and I was like, you know what? He's gonna do the same thing, and he did, and I was like, oh my gosh! I like, what did you do? And then he's just like really getting into there. And we're like, is that necessary? Really? Is that necessary? You know, but oh my God. And just to
Going
see their faces, you know.
like I can just tell. I can just imagine everybody doing the whole live reactions to this.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, it's like, oh no,
Yeah.
what? All that stuff. I was like, hell yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I can't wait to watch them. But I'm gonna wait a while. Um, Going back to Twitter, I bookmarked one freaking thing because it needed some attention. But why Alyssa on Twitter,
Okay.
Alyssa says this is definitely Cope, but Heyman at least seemed sad that he had to do that to Punk. When he did it to Roman, he was happy and diabolical as fuck about it. I
Yeah.
like the nuance in the reaction there. To him, Roman deserved it, but
Hmm.
Punk was an unfortunate factor to be eliminated. Like he
Right.
didn't, but okay, you know what? Let me do it to Punk, but at the same time, this wasn't supposed to be done to Punk. This is supposed to be done to
Right.
Roman. But let me
Roman, yeah.
take out Punk out of the process.
He was more like collateral damage kind of thing, you know.
Exactly.
Because I was look, I guess he went on Pat McAfee's show. I started to watch it, and but I only got to it was just John Cena stuff. I didn't get a chance to finish the show. But I guess he went on there and said that, you know, Punk put him in a hard place because he asked for the favor.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, well, it's going to happen at WrestleMania. So, and so he was like, he put me in a tough spot with my tribal chief. Then he says, oh, I didn't betray Roman. He embarrassed me and he treats, and so he's like, he treats everybody like dirt. He like when gets all the juice out of the fruit and then throws you away when you're dry. He's like, he embarrassed me, and so it wasn't a betrayal. That's what betrayal is. You turn your back on somebody. You know what I mean? So, and then I saw they were like, somebody had posted, they're like, the bloodline era is
Over.
done
It's done with.
because the last person in the bloodline betrayed him. And
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah, pretty much.
I'm like,
Um,
oh, this is terrible.
the kid Mikey Wilkes said he's mad at both for the mental manipulation. Roman has been doing it for a long time, but
Yeah.
Punk opened Paul's eyes to it. Unfortunately, the custody battle set Paul off and finding a long-term new connection like Seth at the end. So
Hmm.
now you owe me a favor. Here's the favor
Yeah.
that I want from you. Get away from both of you. I will
Yeah.
pay you more if you come with me.
Yeah.
And he did. Um, what else? Yeah, I said this before. Like, I don't know what they're gonna do now if Roman is not there anymore. What storyline we're gonna follow? But damn, this was good,
Yeah.
and I enjoyed every minute of it. It's cinematic, cinema.
Yeah. Yeah.
He planned on
So,
turning on Roman the whole time. He was hoping Roman would take Seth's offer and take out Punk together, so Heyman didn't have to do it himself.
mm, I don't know. Well, so I don't know if these are true, but I've seen that they have matches already for Backlash, and it's Roman and Punk versus Seth and Braun Breaker.
What? Braun
Yeah.
Breaker? We're not even there yet, but let's go.
I know.
um. So after that, Raw after Mania,
Yeah.
Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman were about to address their partnership. They were interrupted by first CM Punk and then Roman Reigns, which ignited a brawl. They were aided by Braun Breaker, who joined Rollins and Heyman's alliance. It's the Heyman alliance. Let's just
Yeah.
the Poly Dangerous alliance
Yeah.
again, all over again. I love it. So
So
yeah,
who was in it before?
I don't freaking know a bunch of
Like,
people.
did they have like a
Rick
big
Rude, Steve
like?
Austin,
Okay.
a bunch of people from the old days.
Oh,
And
okay.
now it's just like, okay, so we're gonna do this. This is great. Um, Braun Breaker. You know who had a freaking meltdown? Not even a meltdown. I just saw like my message light up, and as soon as saw the message light up, I didn't need to
Uh-huh.
read it. I just knew. I'm like,
Yeah.
hmm. And she's like, "Oh my god!" I'm like,
To night two or Raw after Mania?
Raw after Mania.
Oh, okay.
Night two is like, ha ha. And then the
Yeah.
next night, oh
Oh
my
my
god!
God. Yeah. Well, he's saying,
It was
you know,
hilarious. I was like, yeah, yeah, I know. Um, what did you think of this match? It is my
you
favorite
know,
match of the night.
I
I
I
was just
think it
so
was really good. It was really good. They the back and forth between them, was really good. It wasn't like, oh, we're gonna gang up on this one, and then when he's out of the way, then we'll beat up each other. It
no.
was they all did not like each other. They all beat each other up.
You're
So
toxic for my life. Get away
yeah,
from me, and I
yeah,
will make sure that you know. And he's not gonna get away from him now. Like this whole thing is gonna turn into like, all right, someone has to go.
right. Well,
Um,
remember Roman said,
he's
"There's
nothing
no
without
tribal
his.
chief
Yeah,
without, there's no Roman Reigns without the wise man." So
yeah.
I think he's starting to leave.
He's starting to leave. Oh man, it sucks. I like this match better than I like. Well, no, 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 no. I like this match. Um, I was more invested
For
in this
one night,
match.
for night one.
For night one, I was invested in this match
Yeah.
and Tiffy.
Yeah.
The other ones was just like, all right, cool, great.
Yeah.
Jay Uso, we know he was gonna win.
Yeah. It was my
Uh,
prediction anyway. So.
Victor says, I see Becky joining Seth and Braun. I'm so glad you came in at that point because I was I wasn't gonna say anything at all. I wasn't gonna say that at
Wait,
all.
that's spoiling night two. Hold on.
Not
Yeah,
really, not yet, not yet. I because we don't know what happened to Becky yet.
that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
Come
okay,
on.
okay.
Let's just get to it.
Let's just get to it. Before we get to it, you gotta take a break. Or are you good?
Okay.
You good? In the foreseeable future. Yes. You good? You're good. All
I'm
right.
good.
We're good. Okay. Night two. It was day two. Actually, the Slammies, hosted by Kathy Kelly and Big E. I'm just gonna go through the winners.
Okay.
Well, obviously, one little thing here: R Truth and Jimmy Hart came out to present the first award, but R Truth is all like, "Can I call you Little Jimmy?" All right, so most memorable entrance goes to Cody Rhodes, NXT Superstar of the Year, Roxanne Perez, Breakout Superstar of the Year, Stephanie Becker, Social Star of the Year. There were only two nominees. One of them was Drew McIntyre, and the other was
Chelsea Green
there it is. Drew McIntyre won, and
again.
just like last year, um, her service. What are they called?
Secret Hervis.
Secret Herbis came out.
Hervis.
Alba Fire and Viper.
Mm-hmm.
What's her name?
Piper Niven.
Piper Niven.
Yep.
Both came out and take Drew award away because they wanted to give it to Chelsea. Like it's mine, and so they took it. And all we're saying, our truth went to go retrieve it, came back and gave it to the Celtic Warrior.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, I really
It's
liked
like
her workout
whatever.
videos on
Yeah.
YouTube. It's like, what workout? Oh, you must be, no. Okay. You know what? All right. Yeah, cool. It's fine. I'll go along with it. Yeah, you're right, sir. Yeah, yeah. I'm not a pasty white boy. Like, what? Oh, man. Um, he ends up leaving with the award anyways. A rivalry of the year, CM Punk versus Drew. Of course, Drew came out to accept that one. Tag team of the year, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. the awkward moment that they're no longer tag teams, but still Bianca accepted the award, and so did Jade. Oh my god, moment of the year, John Cena turns on Cody Rhodes. Really, there wasn't any other OMG moment of the year?
Which I don't understand why that's even in the qualifications because
It just
this should have been
happened.
all from last year. Yeah.
Yeah, it just happened. WTF moment of the year, Wyatt Six debut. That was good. Match of the year was a tie between Cody Rhodes and Cody Reigns. Cody what? Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. I don't know why I put it's like I was trying to put a slash in between Cody and Reigns. Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns, and then Drew McIntyre and CM Punk in Hell in a Cell match. Most aura, Jay Uso. Villain of the year, Liv and Dom. Hell yeah. Mic drop, go F yourself, Cody to the Rock. Faction of the year, the OG Bloodline. And female superstar of the year, Liv Morgan. Male superstar of the year, Cody Rhodes. Of course it is. Um, I love how we talked nearly for like 15 minutes about the main event, the first night.
Because we both were really invested in it.
I was. Night two, Io Sky versus Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley came out with a Batman Who Laughs inspired look. I showed you the box. It's back there. I'm not going to get it out
Hmm.
again. The Batman Who Laughs was created by Scott Snyder in 2016 as a hybrid form of Batman and the Joker from DC's dark multiverse that formed after Bruce Wayne killed Joker and was consumed by Joker toxin. The supervillain was featured heavily in DC's Metal Saga, which culminated with the Batman Who Laughs death at the hands of Wonder Woman.
Hmm, that's really interesting.
Uh, Io Sky versus Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley. Io Sky retained the Women's World Championship. I didn't put how long? 14 minutes and 25 seconds. Um, it was freaking fast paced and everything. I loved it.
It was.
Ripley
It
dominated
was.
Belair until Sky attempted to top rope around on Ripley, who countered and sent Sky to the ring post. After Ripley and Belair countered their respective finishers, Belair whipped Ripley with her braid and performed a kiss of death. Moments later, Sky performed a moonsault and pinned Belair to retain the title. That hair whip, man. Always, always.
I know. I know. And I couldn't even see like where she whipped her. It looked kind of like she went like across her shoulder, but I usually she gets them, across the stomach.
Midsection. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, I couldn't really tell, but I was like, either way, I'm like, ooh, you know.
Raw after Mania, Women's World Champion Io Sky was challenged to a match by NXT Women's Champion Stephanie Becker, but the match was interrupted by NXT's Julia and Roxanne Perez. Becker and Sky were then saved by Rhea Ripley, who seemingly won another Women's World Championship match.
Hmm.
Next match, Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre in a Sin City street fight, 13 minutes 55 seconds. Damian came out with what looked like a what's it called, Hellraiser
Yeah.
inspired stuff, and then he also got walked out to the ring by Slayer's guitarist, which was pretty
Hmm.
fun, pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Uh, Priest removed the protective pad from the turnbuckle before McIntyre performed a spinebuster on Priest. McIntyre then set up a table and attempted white noise on Priest, who countered and performed Razor's Edge on McIntyre through the table for a near fall. McIntyre performed a future shock DDT on Priest onto the steel stairs for a near fall. Priest attempted old school on McIntyre, who sent Priest outside of the ring through two tables. McIntyre performed a Claymore kick on Priest through a steel chair for the win. I wasn't really into this match at all.
No.
I fell asleep during this first half, first night. I was sleeping through it. Like I literally I took a nap because I
Yeah.
what was I eating? I forgot. Chicken wings. Second night, I think, and I fell asleep. And 13 minutes, 55 seconds later, I woke up. I'm like, damn, what the hell happened?
Did you see who won?
Yeah, I saw
Like
like after
you.
I rewinded it, came
Okay.
back to the next
Okay.
match, and was like, oh, okay, I guess. Um, During the match, McIntyre takes a selfie with Priest,
Yeah.
still bored at work, he posted on Twitter. We all see it. I liked it. I all
Uh-huh.
that stuff. Still bored at work. Everybody keeps saying it's like, get back to doing your job, sir.
Yeah, it's so funny because when we were just a few minutes behind. So because I rewound it to show my sister the singer how terrible I thought her hair was, who did the national anthem. So we were behind. So when that part came up, my other sister went and it was on Facebook and it said and like 15,000 people had already liked it.
Holy shit.
And it was like, you know, in a half hour, 15,000 people liked it. I was like,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
something else.
That was
I
fun.
think he's trying to go for that 3P.
The three-P for next year's
Slammies.
Slammy. Next match, Braun Breaker versus Dom versus Penta versus Finn Balor for the Intercontinental Championship. Match lasted 10 minutes and 30 seconds for four people to do all kinds of stuff. I thought it was longer, but four people, and it was
Mhm.
fast paced. Penta came out first in the Green Power Ranger inspired luchador outfit. They said it was Green Power Ranger. It reminded me of Green Power Ranger. I go
Okay.
by what the IWC says. Dominic came out wearing his great uncle's Rey Mysterio Sr.'s original mask, which he gave to Rey Mysterio, and Dom never earned it. So obviously they're having a big cow.
Sure.
Meanwhile, fans recorded Ray watching from the nosebleed section with the caption that reads, "We need him to get better soon so he can have his son retire him." Yeah.
Rude.
Finn Balor came out with a yellow Yay mask, Kanye West inspired.
Mm.
Um, Hi, Menace coming in to say hi. Liana!
Hi, Leanna. I know she can't see me.
She can.
Oh,
No,
can she? Okay.
they're on YouTube. They're on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Hi, ladies. Or should I say, hey,
uh,
honeys?
hey, honeys. Braun Breaker defended. Um, and Red also says hi.
Oh, hi, Red.
Penta performed the Mexican Destroyer Mysterio, but Carlito, I don't even want to call him Mysterio. Penta performed the Mexican Destroyer on Dom, but Carlito pulled Penta out of the ring and Breaker speared Carlito through the announce table. Love that
Again.
moment. Balor performed a coup de grace on Breaker, but Dom performed a frog splash on Balor to win the title. A little bit after he had gone to the back, Dom came back out to take it all in and celebrate once more.
Uh-huh.
During the press conference, he said he was representing for two legacies, the Mysterios and the Guerreros, and he's locked in after he went out to celebrate with chicken tendies. Leanna says, "Hey, honeys. Hey." Raw after Mania, Dominic successfully defended the championship against Penta with the help from returning JD McDonough.
Mhm.
And so glad he's back.
Yeah.
You know he's going to get a loud pop
Oh,
with
yeah.
Balor as soon as they like leave Judgment
Yeah.
Day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I could just tell that either Finn is going to leave or they're going to kick him out of Judgment Day
Pretty much.
because he's been kind of wearing his own stuff.
Yeah, he
You
has.
know, where they all would wear Judgment Day stuff, whether it was Judgment Day, Street Trash,
Hmm.
they all would wear the same thing.
They
And
all
now
do.
he's going back to just being Finn Balor. So,
That's right. Next match, not even a match. Randy Orton came out paying homage to his original gear from 2002 when he first debuted with the blue
mhm.
trunks. He put out an open challenge. Orton's opponent was revealed to be TNA World Champion Joe Henry. Um, I was wrong. He didn't do the turnaround at all.
Okay.
It wasn't a mistake. It was the Titantron where like he does the
Okay.
turnaround, and I just thought that it was him doing it. And like, no, it's the Titantron
Oh,
doing it.
oh, his
His
himself.
Yeah,
He turns around himself, but not the as on the jumbotron,
right,
not him. Okay,
not him. So
okay,
I'm just like, oh, okay. So we all know who it is until like the door opens and we see the Titantron obviously, and like
uh
we
huh.
don't. we obviously know who it is by the background already.
Right.
Like I think it came out too early, or
Yeah.
he just should have turned around like and then clap clap. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Uh-huh.
Henry uh, countered an RKO attempt into a fallaway slam. Orton then performed an RKO on Henry to win the match. 3 minutes and 40 seconds. After the match, Orton tried to get Henry to do his pose again, and so as he was doing the turnaround, Orton hit an RKO once again. No, 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 no. Orton looked at the crowd. And it's like, let's do it, let's do it. Yeah, yeah. I was like, all right, let's do it. And hit the Joe Hendry turnaround. He did his own little turnaround and did his
Yeah.
little pose. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, there it is. Okay, cool. Uh, oh, okay. It was a fun thing. It was like Joe, everybody saying like, "Oh my God, TNA got buried," and I was like, "Nah, Joe Hendry's all for it." Like, yeah, yeah. Like he got some exposure in front
Yeah.
of thousands of people.
Yep.
Even on NXT, like yesterday, he said that he told Trick Williams, like, I was in a match against Randy Orton. Where were you? In the stands watching me wrestle.
Wow.
Like, yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Next match,
Well,
Logan
it's funny
Paul.
because before you go on, Pat was like, "Oh, so does that mean Randy gets his belt?"
Right? Yeah, I saw it. I was like, no, please don't say that.
Oh, it wasn't for the belt.
It wasn't for the belt. Hey, yo. Anna, how you doing, Anna? Anna
Hi,
is on
Anna.
the chat on
Okay.
TikTok.
Okay.
Menace says hi, Anna. Next match, Logan Paul defeated AJ Styles in 17 minutes and 50 seconds. Uh, I hate watching him, so I'm not. I don't really care about him at all. I saw him do like this moonsault from here to over here, where
Hmm.
JJ's was standing, like laying down here,
Yeah.
and from across the ring, doing
Yeah.
a red spot. And I was like, oh, that's cool, great. Uh,
You're like next.
Some guy named Jeff appeared with brass knuckles, but Karrion Cross took them away. Styles sent Jeff into the barricade and tossed the brass knuckles away before punching Cross. Styles attempted a phenomenal forearm, but Paul ducked and performed a lucky punch and the pulverizer on Styles to win the match. Eh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree.
It's like, eh.
I mean, I've said it before. I don't like him, but I will give credit where credit is due.
Give him his flowers.
He
Great.
is a great athlete. He just needs to be an athlete somewhere else.
Yes.
Stay in
Okay.
boxing, stay over there.
Go somewhere else with that, with your little verticals.
Why
Um,
don't you try MMA?
wow. Or boxing. I heard he's good at boxing.
Yeah.
Carrying Cross, Killer Cross. Killer Cross showed up instead of Carrying Cross on the Sam Roberts podcast, talking about, hey, to the guy watching this at home and a student die, fuck you.
Mm-hmm. I saw
And
that.
Scarlett was like, no, I want my job.
Well, hey, Cody can say it. Why can't he? No, I'm just kidding.
And then she went on to say on Twitter, if whatever happens to us later this week happens, it's been fun. Thank you, everybody. And we're like, no, please don't. And like ever since we've seen him on Monday night, so it's fine. It's
Yeah.
totally fine. Like, oh, he's right there.
I think they
Um,
need to do more with him. You
yeah, they
know,
do.
give him something to do instead of trying to, turn all of these other wrestlers, talking to all these other wrestlers.
So is that AJ
Give him
Styles gonna turn heel now? Because
No, because he said he hated the way he was. He hated himself.
okay.
He said no. He's like, I don't want to go back to that. He's like,
So the
I hated myself like that.
so the theory that he turns wrestlers heels
Yeah,
is true because he was talking to Seth Rollins, and here
I
we are.
know.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. All
He
right.
talked to, what was it? He talked to AJ Styles before. He talked to Seth Rollins.
He
He's talked to,
gave he gave
uh,
Roman Reigns a timeline, the TikTok,
yeah,
like your time's coming, buddy, and look at where he has now.
yep,
Okay. Yeah, I just want to see more of Killer Cross. That's all.
me too.
WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez took on Lyra Valkyria and her mystery partner, who was revealed to be Becky Lynch. I did not see that coming. Wow. Um, Morgan and Rodriguez dominated Valkyria until Lynch tagged in. Lynch applied to disarm her on Morgan, but Rodriguez broke up the submission. Lynch sent Rodriguez out of the ring, and Morgan performed Oblivion on Lynch, but Valkyria broke up the pin. Valkyria performed a Tornado DT on Rodriguez outside the ring. Lynch then performed a manhandle slam on Morgan to win the title for herself and Valkyria. Match lasted 8 minutes and 40 seconds. Liv Morgan wore ring gear inspired by Olivia Rodrigo's outfit from Lollapalooza, Chile.
Okay.
In the Raw after Mania, again, new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Becky Lynch and Lara Valkyria lost their titles to Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez in a rematch, causing Lynch to turn on Valkyria post-match. Wow.
Seems
So,
like deja vu.
so
Because that's
you're,
what happened to Becky with Trish Stratus.
I, I see a pattern here.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. What? So, was any word on what's going on with Bailey? I mean, I would have rather seen Bailey than Becky. She's not injured.
Ah,
She's not injured. She's not really injured, but it's like she
yeah.
was told, "Hey, we're gonna put Becky in there instead." What was the whole point of giving the titles to them and then losing them?
I know. I'm like, I hate that. It makes no sense.
Exactly.
You know, you want a heel turn, then fine, have a heel turn. But don't make them lose the titles after having it for one day. Literally,
One day.
one day.
Okay.
Stupid.
Before the main event, Stone Cold Steve Austin arrived to announce night two attendance at 63,226, again with the lies. And then he proceeded to drive over a fan.
Oh my God, that was hilarious. Not hilarious that, that he almost hit a fan, but the fact that he's just going around in this ATV. And you know what? I think, yes, I would be upset too, but you're in the front row.
You hit the
You
barricade.
take, yeah, he didn't even hit her.
He
He
hit the
hit the
barricade.
barricade, and yeah, it might have, sent her back a little bit just from the shock. But come on, he went over there to make sure she was okay.
Yeah.
So, like, you know
Nick
what?
Khan, like,
I
you
know.
gotta go over there. Yes, I'm CEO. How can I help you? You want free
Yeah,
tickets? You want to hang out with green shirt guy and collar and
yeah,
elbow guy?
yeah.
I can
And
make that happen.
Macho Man.
Macho Man and um Mark, 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 Mark from the challenge. Yeah, he's
Oh
over there.
yeah,
No, no, not Mark from the challenge. He's all the way over there in the little tiny stands.
that's
We
right.
have the front row people. Those are the millionaires. Like, yeah.
Seems like
Uh,
it. Yeah.
so the other guy, there was another guy also in there. I just don't know his name. Oh, Brock
But,
Lesnar guy. Sometimes,
yeah.
sometimes Brock Lesnar guy,
Oh.
and the pink shirt girl
Hmm.
who decided to stand out because of her pink shirt, neon ass pink shirt. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was couldn't stay away. Um, main event: Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. Match lasted 21 minutes and 40 seconds for the WWE World Title.
Yep. The
Um,
undisputed.
how's that awkward John Cena entrance with the girl in the background?
Oh my gosh. This I was like, it was the plainest, most simplest, no fanfare, nothing. You know?
Wait, production. You could have waited. She needed to like grab a cable and just pull it away, but no, she could have waited.
Yeah.
She could have waited. Meanwhile, we got John Cena coming out and production
Uh-huh.
cleaning up the stuff in the back. I was like, oh man, this dude is really ruining wrestling.
Yeah.
Um, Cody Rhodes came out. He made a memorable entrance with an Iron Man inspired helmet for his American Nightmare character. Like the whole thing came out like it was.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Loved it. The highly anticipated singles match during night two of the event. Let me ask you this: were you waiting for The Rock to show up at some point here? Were
Yeah.
you expecting The Rock to show up? Because I didn't really care about The Rock at all. I was like,
You know what?
oh,
I thought he would because he made such a,
big deal.
big deal at Elimination Chamber and with John Cena turning heel. I thought he would.
Hmm.
I couldn't stand that Travis Scott came down and
um.
took his sweet time with the hardcore belt.
Oh my God, he came
And
back
I'm
with the
like, come on
hardcore
now.
belt.
I'm like, I understand everybody that's into wrestling wants a WrestleMania moment. I get it. That would be awesome. But this is the moment you want. You get, oh, you got swung on, you ducked, but then you get in the ring and you get a crossroads and just like laid there. Wow, whatever.
Um. Going back to what you said about Lita and Trish Stratus at one point last year.
Yeah.
Was it last year? 1-2 steps.
Uh huh.
This felt just like that. John
That's what I
Cena's
said.
old. He
He
can't.
is. I'm
He
like,
can't wrestle. He can't take any more bumps.
that's why I was like, I'm surprised it went 21 minutes.
21 minutes. I'm
And it was
like,
only because Travis Scott took 5 of those minutes to calm down.
so
So
match was really
16 minutes.
16 minutes.
Yeah.
um, John Cena is no longer Big Match John. Let's put it that way. Like, no, I don't. All his from here on out, anything that his matches are only going to be shorter. I don't
Oh,
think they're
I
going to be matches anymore. His appearances. Uh,
he's supposed to. He said he was going to be at every PLE that there is. So
those are
we
appearances.
got two more. We got in 2 weeks. We'll see if he comes. And then let's see. June is what, Money in the Bank?
And his record 17th world. He got his
Uh,
record 17th world
Yep.
championship. Raw after Mania, John Cena opened the post WrestleMania episode of Raw, stating that he was the last real undisputed champion of the company. However, Cena was attacked by Randy Orton with an RKO. This John Cena versus this Randy Orton. Yes, I love it.
Yep.
The whole thing with Travis Scott, like today, sir, today, come on.
I
Um,
know. That's all.
Travis
I'm
Scott
like,
still walking in the ring, meanwhile Triple H still talking.
exactly.
Um,
Oh, wow.
and even John Cena's all like, "Hey, buddy, what's going on? Oh, you're taking your
Yeah.
sweet time. Okay, yeah." He
Yeah.
could
Let
have
me
just
rest.
continued beating his ass, beating him down, but no. And then he shows up, and then he gets the crossroads. Not only that, it's like Cody just stopped him from doing whatever he was supposed to do, and then he just like gave that sigh of like, "Oh crap,
Yeah.
let me accept my fate right now."
Oh, okay. Just make
Okay,
it
do it to
quick.
me. Let's make it quick. Still with the glasses on.
I
Bam.
know.
It's like it's like the Roadrunner, not the Roadrunner, the Coyote realizing that he's about to fall after like
Yep.
walking off the cliff
Yep. He
and like
goes,
looks down. It's like, oh, whoops,
help.
help! Just like falls. Um, this is the only match where I was just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
After this match, everything that happened last year at WrestleMania 40 with Cody, the
Hmm.
whole Avengers thing and the whole everything, and now this happening, like you lose to John Cena with the help of Travis,
Yeah.
and it would have been more believable had The Rock been there,
I
and
think it would have been better if
it
The
would have
Rock
been
was there
better. It would have been a lot better.
because,
Double whammy.
last year, yeah, last year it was, The Rock and Undertaker and, all, the other blood, the new bloodline, the old bloodline, they all had a big, you know,
Yeah,
big to do in that fight.
for real.
Anytime that The Rock is involved, he's going to be like, it's bloodline rules, there's no countouts, there's no DQs, we can do whatever we want.
Hmm.
They should have brought that same energy,
They should have.
but, or at least, had Travis do a little more, but oh well, it's done. Now let's see what happens with Cody.
Oh my. I've got to wait for SmackDown for that one.
I know.
Um, which night did you like better?
One,
One.
one. I
I
liked
did.
one better.
I liked the ending of
I
one.
liked, I liked that there was equal amount of fights on both. So I'm glad Randy got to have his match. So that was
Yeah.
number 7. Too bad it was so short, but because I think I wanted to see a little bit more, you know, but he got what he wanted. He
He did.
got to be in WrestleMania.
It was a fun night.
But I think both nights were fun. I wasn't like disappointed by one night over the other. They were they were both equally good.
Hmm.
I just prefer night one. Yeah, but
Night one, obviously, and then night two, I enjoyed the whole Dom winning and Rhea Ripley in the triple threat, the triple,
yeah.
the all that.
So the first match you liked from night two,
Yeah, all three.
but you know what? I guess it's a good thing they had the women first because it gave them time to show their athleticism. I mean, like I said, all of it. There wasn't, Bianca and Rhea didn't team up on Io, and Io didn't team up with anybody else. They all just kind of went at each other. So
Yes.
yeah, I didn't, I don't mind that Io has it because she's a good wrestler,
Yeah, she is.
but she did just like anybody else would do. She took advantage of the situation and used it to her advantage. You know, so,
At the press conference, whenever somebody asked John Cena a question,
yeah,
he like, I think you could do better. That's a clickbait question,
yeah, I
and
know.
I'm not gonna answer you. And then every one of them, even ESPN, who's just like trying to ask him question like, "Hey,
Mm-mm.
you're not smiling anymore. It's like, can you smile?" Like, I think that's a clickbait
That's
question, and
clickbait.
yeah, I thought you were better than that, ESPN. Come on,
It reminds me of Marshawn Lynch. I'm
get
just
better.
here so I don't get fined.
I'm just here so I don't get fined. I, hey buddy, hey buddy, hey Jesse. I'm just here so I don't get fined, and that's what the title of that video was from WWE. It says like, "I'm just here so I don't get fined,"
Yeah,
and I'm just like, "Wow, that's crazy."
that's hilarious.
Um, yeah, it was a fun 2 night event.
Hmm.
Can't wait for SummerSlam. I'm currently
Yeah.
looking at SummerSlam T-shirts
Oh
because
yeah,
I have to have them.
sure, sure.
Um, I'm gonna ask you the same thing I asked last year.
Okay.
Why do we do this?
Because even though we're exhausted, it's fun. It gets us going.
It gets us going.
Yeah.
Man,
But it's not as long as last year.
it's not as long as last year because we already did the whole. Um, Night one we did an episode. Night two we did an
Yeah.
episode, and this is just a recap and Easter eggs and stuff you might have missed, and the stuff
Yeah.
that came out from Raw after Mania and all that.
Hmm.
Um, Also Wale Mania. He said that it's done.
Oh yeah.
After 10 years, he's no longer going to do it. They asked
Oh.
him why. He's all like, I don't have the love for it anymore. It's like, oh, damn, that sucks.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Maybe
Didn't
he
get
just wants
this.
to be a fan again.
Right. Even every it was like, but it was like a whole experience, like a convention, or it's like you
Yeah.
see all these fucking wrestlers. But now it's like he doesn't want to do it anymore. It's like, oh man, maybe next year he'll bring it back. We'll see.
Maybe.
But um, don't know when is it? Where is it at next year? Anyways, I totally didn't see it.
Uh,
I'll
I
find
didn't
out
see
soon.
either, but I
Yeah, I'll find
think
out
they
soon.
said that they were saying I think Minnesota was in the finals. I don't
Okay.
know. Let me see what Wikipedia says.
Hey,
It says New Orleans.
New Orleans. Okay, NOLA. All right, we get that. Um, this was a fun episode to do.
Yeah, it's always fun.
Yeah,
I
it's always
think
fun.
the one after WrestleMania is always, I think, one of our funnest.
It really is because we just like we have a lot of information,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna go to sleep after this. Like I'm gonna like I haven't slept for the past few weeks, obviously
Aw,
because of Marvel Rivals and because
yeah.
we're going through the whole WrestleMania season. WrestleMania
Hmm.
season's over. We're coming up with a new season now. Let's go. Let's see what this whole Paul Heyman, a former member of the Bloodline, now does with Seth Rollins and versus his old wife. You know,
Yeah.
all that stuff. So we'll see how that goes. Also, who do you see in this? Who else do you see in here in this little stable? I know Victor said Becky Lynch. We all
Yeah.
said that already, but he
Yeah.
said it. It's like you're not the only one singing it, but just
Yeah.
saying, Um,
Hmm.
I want to say
Let's see.
DIY.
You think so?
Yeah, why not?
Because they
A
need
tag
to
team. We need a tag
need
team.
something.
We
Yeah.
got the Intercontinental Champion. We got the Heavyweight Champion. They want to build it as a 2.0 evolution, but I'm like, nah,
Okay.
let's not do that. Becky Lynch, women's title, and then DIY or Austin Theory. I guess that's what they said.
Okay.
Who else is
But
a
do you think he would leave? Well, he probably would leave Grayson Waller.
Who else is a Paul Heyman guy or Paul Heyman girl?
Uh, I don't know. I mean, I haven't like looked too much on his, but I would think maybe if he went down to like NXT, I could see Cora Jade coming up
Oh,
and being in that stable or faction, whatever you want to call it,
okay.
association.
What do we see with Dom and the Judgment Day doing? Is he gonna go face?
No,
No,
I think he's gonna stay heel because he likes being a heel.
he likes being a
I
heel.
think he's going to kick out uh, Finn,
Yes.
and then Finn will be face. But I
What's
don't
gonna
know.
happen?
But I don't know if JD's gonna go with them.
He will. He will.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Because then it would be Carlito, uh, Raquel, Liv, and Dom. So,
I see the Paul Heyman people dominating throughout the year, and then we get November Survivor Series War Games,
yeah,
where they're up against Roman Reigns and his people, Bloodline 2.0 again.
yeah.
Bloodline again, but
Hmm.
he gets his solo, he gets the other ones in there as well.
Okay, so uh, a big bloodline like together,
Super Bloodline.
super bloodline. Yeah.
Bloodline Super 3.0.
Hmm.
All right. Yeah. It's always fun. You said in 2 weeks?
It's yeah.
All right. We'll come back to that for our predictions episode, I guess. In 2 weeks.
Okay.
We'll do that one. All right. This was fun.
Yes.
You ready to go? Because I'm like
Yep.
ready
I know
to
you're
go to.
ready.
I'm ready to go to sleep after this.
Yeah.
Like I might get a 16-hour sleep and like rest for a little bit after this. But I won't. I gotta post this episode and then I gotta come up with a new episode for probably next week. I'm interviewing Sabrina,
Okay.
so
Awesome.
she's the baker.
Yes.
She's baking stuff. She gonna ask her all kinds of baking questions.
Yeah.
So let's see what she has. Maybe she'll send me some cookies. Who knows?
Maybe.
Uh, Before I go, I love playing puzzles and toys and games, all that stuff. And I was passing by through uh this place, and like I've seen these games and all that stuff. And it's like as I'm back in here. Okay, cool. So if you haven't checked out the ASMR um Pokemon stuff that I've been doing on YouTube, go check it out. Uh, I went to this place thinking like, hey, maybe they have cards also, so I don't have to travel all the way out to somewhere else. So I came in asking, like, hey, do you have cards? They're like, I do, Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic. But if you're looking for Pokemon cards, no, I don't. I'm like, oh, yeah,
Mm.
I was looking for Pokemon cards, and he's well, I sold. Is they're sold out because people buy them in bulk. Like
Oh
I can't
wow.
be doing that. This place is called Mindbenders,
Mhm.
and it is at 1438 119th Street in Whiting, Indiana. It is a fun place. It has all kinds of puzzles, toys, and games. Located just 20 minutes south of downtown Chicago near the Illinois Indiana state border and just blocks from Lake Michigan Woe Zone at Wahilla Beach and Mascot Hall of Fame. It has available in store. A little bit about them. Mindbenders, Puzzles, and Games is a family fun store for all ages specializing in logic games and brain teasers. This in store experience is not something that you can buy online. Play, laugh, think, and discover. Mindbenders is all about unplugged play and fun for your brain. Many unique award winning games to choose. Available in store logic, challenge games, brain teaser puzzles, award winning family fun and board games, games of strategy, new jigsaw, pixel, crystal, metal, 3D, and wood crafted puzzles, learning aids, early development games, science, engineering, robotics, coding, magic, arts and craft kits, fidget items such as this one,
Mm.
because I'm always like fidgeting with this thing right here.
Right. Uh-huh.
Sensory cubes, thinking putty, hobby modeled kits, and much more. The thinking putty, the thinking putty. He
Mm.
let me touch the sinking putty, and I'm just like,
Mm.
if I had this, it's just me squeezing this, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, nice. I love it. This is nice. So go check this place out if you're into it. The I'll link you in the show notes. Has a little QR code for those of you watching. Go ahead and click that QR code. A Brooklyn loves sinking putty. Yes, I love that. So check this place out. It's really fun. I'm gonna go in there when I asked him about the Pokemon cards. The next time you have it, it'd be like in May. It's like, all right, I'll come. I'll stop by for that. It's like, oh yeah. It's like I made a new friend. He basically made a new friend. He doesn't know that I have a podcast, but here we are. We're talking about it. Um, what is it called? I still have these, so I'm gonna do some more of that. I asked him if he's gonna get any Marvel cards. He said no, nobody asked for them, and I'm like, I'm asking for them, sir, me.
Mhm.
It's like, all right, if I come across them, I'll call you. It's like, thank you, appreciate that. Give him my
Awesome.
number, everything. So as soon as he gets Marvel cards, I'm going over there and I'm buying the Marvel cards, and I'm gonna like whisper lore ASMR stuff. And I even told him like he doesn't even know realize that why people are buying all these Pokemon cards. Like, oh yeah, check out YouTube. It's like, and that's the whole reason why. Is because uh, people like going on YouTube and they like opening up, unboxing them, and all that stuff. It's a pretty fun thing to do for them. Like, oh, okay, thank you for letting me know. So now he's gonna do more, get more of those.
Mm.
So yeah, that's about it. Um, Anything else that we have on here, I'll put in the show notes. Um, Menace, thank you for hanging out with me as always.
Hmm. That
And
was fun.
yeah, it was like we'll do it again next week in 2 weeks, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody else in the chat, thank you for vibing with us and being a part of this wild, ever growing community. Tell your friends, bring your crew, meet us back here next time for more stories, hot takes, predictions, and the kind of chaos you didn't know you needed. Right here on My Third Place podcast, where community, creativity, and a little bit of chaos always collide. Say bye, Menace.
Bye.
Bye. See you later.